Hello, Richard. I know it's a challenging time for all of you right now, but here's something that could well cheer you up on this important birthday. Some cringe-worthy stories about when you were shorter than me. So, story number one that I remember is a poem that you recited to us all when you learned it in your very early years at school. Hell, you might even remember it still. Silly thing is that I do. It goes, "Why must I wash behind my ears? That's what I want to know. Why can't I just wash hands and knees, places that really show? Who's going to look behind my ears? Seems so odd to fuss. Besides, I think it's a waste of soap. Oh well, all right, if I must." Hey, and a special thanks here to Camille for filling in the line that I forgot. It must have made an impression on her too, because she remembers the poem. So you must have been a really good performer back in those days, Richard. Story number two is when Mum told us a joke. Why should you never put a screwdriver in your belly button? Answer: because if you turn it the wrong way, your bum will fall off. Well, your response to that joke was so funny, it made the whole joke and the whole room extra funny, and before we knew it, everyone in listening range was almost literally laughing their asses off. We didn't even need a screwdriver. So story number three is about you coming home from school all upset because you had a punishment to complete. Yep, I know, you're probably like me and you remember yourself as the perfectly angelic child who never did anything wrong, ever. Although I'm sure Marianne, Barbara and Louisa would think very differently about that. But anyway, on this occasion, you had got into trouble for talking in class. Shock horror. No, I'm sure that your unbelieving family in the background there won't believe a word of the fibs that I'm telling right now. Richard, talking too much can't be true. Anyway, you had to write 100 times, "I must not talk in class." Well, you weren't a fast writer back then, and not surprisingly, I suppose, because you'd only just mastered the skill. But it had to be done. So you did the only thing that a canny lad who doesn't want to pay for his crime could possibly do. You cried. You went to your mummy and sobbed that it wasn't fair. Your classmate was talking and you only answered him, and the teacher called you instead of him who started it. She was so taken with your extremely sad story that our extra busy mum, with all those kids, who was probably either sewing for other people or looking after other people's kids after school or working at Susan Hunt's daycare centre, dried your tears, sat down to write. She didn't write, "Dear teacher, why did you tell my son he had to write lines when he didn't start it?" No. She wrote, "I must not talk in class the full 100 times for you." How's that for a mother's love? And what gratitude did she get? Glares from me, who had to write my own lines, probably not that day, but I did have to do it. And from you, she got the sight of the back of you heading into the garden to play. I hope you enjoyed this little memory of times gone by. And with the benefit of hindsight, I think it was very clever of you. If I had thought of it, I would have done the same. I just never considered subcontracting out my homework to my mother or anybody else. Stupid me. Hey, happy 60th birthday, Richard, and lots more. Lots of love to you and everybody who's watching this.